welcome you to Bible Times, and I'm Willard Pless, and we want to study the Bible and know what the Bible teaches and what's going on. And we know the Bible teaches that this world will have 7 millennials. And Peter talked about that in 2 Peter chapter 3. He talked about the 7 millennials, about each day of creation meant 1,000-year time that this world would go, seven 1,000-year times. And we're now in the 6th millennial. And this is what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the 6th millennial. And the 6th millennial started in 1240 AD. This is when the 6th millennial started. The 5th millennial ended and the 6th millennial started in 1240. And then we go forward for 700 years. And we come to 1940. And then we started the 85 years in 1940, which would bring us to 2025, through 2025, and that's where we are right now. This is the millennial. See, this millennial is shortened. The first 5 were lengthened, but the 6th millennial is shortened, and Jesus talked about that in Matthew 24. He said, except it be shortened, that they would possibly be no flesh left. See, this world goes on for another 1,000 years. When Jesus comes this time, he comes as a warrior, as like Jacob, when he came in the land, and then Benjamin was born, and so he's returning after the order of Benjamin. Benjamin became a great warrior. And when Jesus comes this time, he comes as a great warrior, riding a white horse with an army with him. And we learn that from the book of Revelation here as you get into chapter 19 and 20. And we're getting close for Jesus' return. See, back in 1940, is when we begin the last 85 years. So this millennial will have 785 years. Now you can go to the Jewish calendar and understand that the Jewish calendar gave this millennial 785 years. And here in 2025, we're now in the last year of this millennial. And see, this is allowing all of this New Babylon and what's happening to come to its climax. And it'll come to its climax this year. When we get to September and October, that we learn that a lot of things are going to happen. That the budget's going to collapse, and we look at November that Israel's going to turn President Trump off, and then they're going to flood Jerusalem, just like they did Capitol Hill. See, all this is coming together. This this is what's coming. And when they flood Jerusalem, see, this will be the abomination of desolation that Jesus talked about there in Matthew 24. And this is when the Jewish people are to flee into the mountains. When they start flooding Jerusalem, and we know that this thing has already begun. We know that Israel is attacked Iran now. And this is heating up, and this is going to bring it all to the climax. It's all coming together. See, we learned that the river Euphrates is going to be dried up for the armies to come across into Israel, into the valley of Megiddo, and this thing will be gathering for the battle of Armageddon. And see, this is when Jesus comes, when this battle gets set up, when they come into the Middle East, and they will take Jerusalem, and as Daniel tells us there in the 9th chapter of his book, that they will flood Jerusalem, and they will destroy the city and the holy place, the sanctuary. See, there's not a temple. There's not going to be a temple, because the temple represented Jesus, and when he returns, he's the temple. And we learn this by studying the Bible. We need to know what the Bible is teaching us and giving us. So we're here in this millennial now, and we're in the last year of it, 5785, as the Jewish calendar says. If you look at the Jewish calendar, that 5785 will end in September. This coming September, 5785 will end. But if you look at the Bible calendar, that 5785 will not end until it comes to March. On March the 21st, I believe it is, 19 or to 21 or something in there, when the new moon comes, then that's going to be the end of 5785. And see, we try to follow the Bible calendar. Now I know Israel's got they got the year beginning in September, October. But the Bible calendar goes from the month of Nisan to the month of Nisan, and that's from April to April. And I don't know if you've looked at all of this or not, but this is the time frame that we're in. I've been thinking a little bit about when did America start coming to be known as Babylon returning. And this actually started back in the 1950s. Well, actually 1940, that this thing started. And we know this is when the millennial began in 1940, and then we come to I'm kind of getting mixed up here in my thinking here about this. I thought I had it kind of straight. when we come to 1940, we started the last 85 years. So the 1240, we started the 6th millennial. I can get it straight here in a minute now. It's easy to get twisted up here, and I know that. And I don't know if you've looked at all this or not, but this is what I'm trying to get everybody to see and understand, that we're in the last year of the 6th millennial, because it would have 785 years according to the Jewish calendar. But see, the Jewish calendar ends 5785 when we come to September here. But the Bible calendar, the one that God gave to Israel when they left Egypt, that runs from Nisan to Nisan, is from April to April. So we're just looking at what's going on here and what's happening. See, all of this is coming to the climax. We're here. These wars and rumors of wars and earthquakes and pestilence and all these storms and things that are going on has to do with the plagues. As this empire comes together, we know that President Trump is the leader in this world. Satan's behind him and giving him his place and his seat and his power. We learn that by studying Revelation chapter 18. That this is Satan's empire, really, when you think about it. He's building it here on earth, and he's building it through men. See, that's how he's going to get his kingdom built here on earth. And see, God does the same thing. When Jesus comes and sets up the 7th millennial, see, this is going to be his kingdom set up. But Satan's setting up his kingdom right now, which we know, as the Bible teaches, Babylon. And Revelation 17 and 18 gives us the setup of Babylon, the Satan's getting together with as the Bible calls him, the beast, which is President Trump, and Elon Musk is the second beast, and we've already talked about the false prophet that came aboard back in 1940. Even prior to that, World War II and everything. See, this is when, in 1948, this is when God brought Israel back into the world, and he restored the kingdom to them. See, America had the kingdom of God with them until Israel came back into the land, and they became a nation, and the kingdom of God has been restored with them. See, the kingdom of God was with Israel up until the Romans took them away. And then the kingdom of God was given to other nations, and we know America was brought in, that the kingdom of God was given to America. But when Israel come back in 1948, then the kingdom was given back to Israel. And the disciples understood that. In Acts chapter 1, they asked Jesus when he would restore the kingdom to Israel. In Matthew chapter 21, Jesus tells Israel that he's going to take the kingdom away from them, and it would be given to another nation. But when Israel came back, then he restored the kingdom to them. And the kingdom of God is with them. And that's what we're seeing. And so Israel's back in the picture now. And we want to look at these things and try to understand. And I hope you can study with us and be a part, and because we're going to be talking about this very much as we travel through these days. We're going to be talking about it very much, and you need to be here and be a part of it, and learn with us as God leads us in this understanding. So I'm going to close here, and God bless you, and you have a great day.